Hello, welcome to the Apocalypse. My name is Vormithrax, and this is episode number 50 in our playthrough for Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, our prison escape scenario. And in between episodes, I did a little bit of base maintenance. I unloaded our cart and our inventory into all the various piles. We brought back a huge amount of stuff, so we had a very successful run over the last few episodes. And made it back to base safely. I haven't slept or anything like that. I just topped off our food and water, did the inventory management, and the only other thing I did was I went into the RV and I finished processing the water, the raw, unfiltered or uncleaned water that we had in the tank. And I did that, I don't know, 6 or 7 times, a full batch of 20, so that I completely finished off the standard water that we had in our third tank, converted it all into clean water using the hot plate. So we burned a tiny amount of battery energy, but we're up to 76% capacity on clean water in this tank, so 46 out of 60 liters. That'll do for cooking and drinking for a good amount of time, and we still do have our canister outside with the funnel on it that's gathering rainwater. I think there's 120 or 130 units of water out there that we can use when we need it. So that'll do a pretty good job of keeping us topped off as long as I'm not bulk cleaning dirty clothes. If I'm going to do that, I think I'll just load up the vehicle, the solar car, with a bunch of the dirty clothes and some soap and then run down to the pond and just do it all at once down there instead of burning through all of my accumulated water here at the RV. So that is something I do plan to do, because there's quite a few of those items I'd like to have available, and some of them I'd like to just tear down. A lot of the spare fireman's gear, the turnout coats and such, we can tear down for the Kevlar plates and the Nomex, which we're going to need for other crafting. So that is something to do as well, but for the moment I think what I'd like to concentrate on is a long overdue training session via our book supply. So we've got quite a few books that we haven't evaluated or read the initial chapters of yet to see just what we can learn from it. So I'd like to do that first, get an idea of what kind of training we can do. I think we've got a good food supply between what we've scavenged and the eggs that we've gotten from the basements and the spiders. So I think we can do a pretty good session of just learning some skills. So that's where I think we're falling farther behind in the amount of time that's gone by. And I'd really like to get some of our crafting skills up 5 or 6 levels each. So there's quite a bit of that I think we're in desperate need of. So let's take a look first at our book supply, which we've got right here to my right. And if we just do read, you can see what ones... Yeah, look at all these. You don't have enough skill in all of these categories to even understand the jargon. So fab, computers, electronics, cooking, a lot of really good ones in there that we're going to need to get a little bit higher skill on. And we've got a number of red books in the inventory we can actually learn from now. So let's evaluate those first. So some of these probably won't do much for us, but we will see. Just going to run through all the red ones on the list here, and then we will check things out. Let's drop them back in the pile. Alright, so now we've got it all evaluated, so we know what we can learn from each. And going down the list, we've got a crafting book that'll get us to 3. Let's just look for other fab books. That is our only fabrication book, gets us to 3. And we've got... History of Firefighting is fab. Arms and Arms of Imperial China. Boyer's Buddy is fab as well. That one might be low enough that we can get from 3. So let's look at Boyer's Buddy. I think the rest of these are pretty high level books. But we'll check out Firefighting and Boyer's Buddy. So if we look here, Boyer's Buddy needs... Yep, 3 to 5. Great, that'll work perfectly. So it requires Fab 3 to learn and can take you up to Fab 5. Great, and then Firefighting requires 7 and goes to 9. So we've got 2 levels of gap there, unfortunately. And these other ones are going to be too tough, I'm pretty sure. Gun mods is marksmanship, armor smithing. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Fab 5 to Fab 10. Alright, so we've got a path with books alone, that'll take us all the way from 3 up to level 10, which is about where I want to be, ideally, for everything. So it would take quite a bit of time sitting here and reading through day and night cycles and just burning a bunch of food and water. So that's why I want to make sure we've got plenty to spare. But we could get our fabrication all the way up to level 10. That's going to be hugely important for a lot of crafting recipes as well as for getting our vehicle fixed up. So I'm looking forward to that. What else do we have? So fabrication we know is taken care of all the way up to level 10. And let's see, not too worried about unarmed combat. First aid I'd like to raise, but that won't help us. Computers to 3. That'll go first aid to 6, so that's a big jump. Let's look at that real quick. So first aid to 6. Do we have any first aid down below? We don't. So first aid to 6 is respectable. That would open up a number of things for us and would be a good idea. It also improves the amount of healing you get from first aid kits and bandages and so on, the higher your first aid is. So it's a good skill to raise in general, not just for what you can craft from it. So that would be another one we definitely want to take a look at. And then going back up, driving I don't care about for now. Cutting I'm not going to use. Let's look at computers. So computers to 3. That's the only thing I have on the list for computers. Do we have anything down below? We do. Computer Science 301 and Principles of Advanced. Principles of Advanced. We'll go 3 to 6. Great. And Computer Science will go 3 to 5. Alright, so that can get our computer skill up to 6 based on those, which is helpful for a number of important things. So we'll look at that as a possibility as well. So Fab to 10, computers to 6, first aid to 6. Alright, what else will we have? Marksmanship is also very important. Both gun mods use marksmanship, and all 3 gun mods use marksmanship. Unfortunately, we have no marksmanship really, and we need it in order to really improve our gunfire. I doubt any of these are really going to go from that low. Well, that's 1 to 3. That's not too bad. 1 to 3 also. And 1 to 3 also. So we can get up to level 3. Alright. What else we're looking at? Survival to 6 would be really good. No survival from the other books. So survival to 6 is where that would cap out. Tailoring to 6 with no tailoring books going higher than that. But 6 is good. Obviously, I want to get as high as I can, but I think 6 is one of the pivotal points that'll give us access to some really important recipes for our armor and clothing, which I've been complaining about for a while. So that's going really high on my list. Fabrication and tailoring, I think, would be the first ones that I would raise, those two. Between fab and tailoring, that covers pretty much all of the clothing and armor items, so both of them very important. And then we might be able to find a tailoring recipe that we've got raw materials sitting around that we can level up further. So fab and tailoring are the top of my list. And then cooking and electronics, also very important. Especially if we want to get into CBMs. Electronics is going to be really, really important for that. So electronics to 3. Nothing else on the top list. And we do have augmentative tech review. And that's it. So we can get to 3 from the What's a Transistor book, and then augmentative tech review goes from 4 to 5, so it doesn't have that big a spread, and we'd have to find something to go from 3 to 4. I'm pretty sure we can find a simple electronics item that we can craft to bootstrap us through level 3 to level 4, and so we can get electronics 5 with the books that we've got. Not too bad. Alright, I think that was about it. Of the things I care about, cooking to 6 by itself is pretty good from the chemistry textbook. And no other, yeah, one other cooking, advanced physical chemistry. Can that take us from 6 beyond? That goes from 5 to 8, so we can get cooking all the way up to 8. Alright, so you can see we've got a ton of really, really good and important books that will let us plow right through a bunch of skill levels. So that's what we're going to do. It's a long overdue study session, so let's get this zombie dog that's wandered into my area taken care of. Whoops, let's wield something. Pipe spear is held, throwing knife. We'll practice our throwing knife skill. Let's start throwing from further away. Hit for 25 from a headshot from that far away. That's pretty awesome. That guy's 7, so he was 8 range when we threw that knife. And we missed. Actually, we hit for 20. No, that was... Yeah, that must have been a miss. Well, alright. The later shots were pretty bad. Okay, got throwing knives back. Let's do a quick circuit around the area. I'm not seeing anything in any of those directions. Nothing down there. Okay, so what do we need to do to prep for this? Well, first, let's verify that I'm remembering the food that we've got. If we do eat, nothing here I care about. The only consumables we have to worry about are some birds' eggs. Those we can cook up into some more yummy, yummy eggs that we'll eat during our study session. Lot of random raw materials. Dehydrated meat. Again, just a bunch of random materials. That I know. It's all dried goods for cooking. 290 units of powdered eggs. Now that's not 290 meals. It takes more. I think it's like 10 powdered eggs per, so something like that. So it's probably 29 meals. But then each meal is, or each crafting is probably, I can't remember, 4 or 5 individual food that you can eat. I thought I had some food prepped and set aside somewhere. Am I misremembering? I must be misremembering. What do we have in the cart? I know I've got some in there. 2 chunks of meat. Let's grab those. 1 scrambled egg, a fruit pie. I'm going to grab all of these just to keep this straight in my head. Fruit pie, chunks of meat, scrambled eggs, cookies, meat jerky. Let's grab that as well. Oops, that was eat instead of grab. Okay. Probably just misremembering between all the various series and episodes which I've got where, material-wise. I gotta remember this guy has not set up any kind of food prep area, really, or food preservation in the form of charcoal kilns and smoke racks and things like that. So I think we're running pretty much off of looted foods and the spider eggs. So let's first, before anything else happens, do a cooking and just look through the list here. I know for water I'm fine. I got plenty of hydration for quite a while, so that I don't care about. Can't dehydrate, I know that. Let's make some meat pies with the 2 pieces of meat I've got. Yeah, you failed but didn't waste any materials. Well, we failed at that, so much for that. At least we got some experience out of it. Now it would be using the flour, and I've got one more, do I? Sure, try again. That time we succeeded. Okay, meat. Oh, I just ate the raw chunk of meat. I thought that was the meat pie. I was sure I was out of the chunks of meat. Oh well. Hopefully we don't get too sick off of that. Yeah, our guy's going to be unhappy because we just ate raw meat. We'll find out. If I do get sick, hopefully I've got the medicine that'll help. So that was a mistake on my part. Got a little too fast with the button pressing. Now it's down to the dehydrated meat that it's using. So if I tried to do that, yeah, I don't think I have much of that as well. I think we're going to be pretty much just relying on the eggs for prepped food. That concerns me a bit. But what other dry goods and veggies do we have? Broth. We could do a bit of broth. That's used for a lot of other recipes. Beans and rice. Not a lot either. Which are we out of? We're out of beans pretty quickly at that point. Yeah, I would be much happier if I had some meat that I could preserve lots of. And we've actually got a charcoal smoker. We just need charcoal for it. So I'm debating, do I want to go set up a charcoal kiln somewhere and just get a big batch of charcoal put together so I don't have to worry about this. Because food prep and food preservation is going to be really important long term, especially if we're going to travel around in our murder-mobile. Once we get this RV fixed up, which is the plan. I don't plan on setting up a big base. I just want to use this as the base, and that's the only thing that's holding me back from setting all of these things up for longer term use. Is I just don't plan on sticking around all that long. I want to finish cherry picking out all the good stuff from this town and the local area, and then get on the road and do some traveling. So, I'm trying to decide just how much of this I need to worry about. Really, what would we run out of for deluxe scrambled eggs? Oh, the deluxe uses the dehydrated meat also, so I'd be just down to the scrambled eggs. So you can see if I made 20 batches of scrambled eggs, that's 200 powdered eggs, so it is 10 to 1. Now we would get 40 portions of scrambled egg when we... let's move it back here. So it's 2 portions per combination. And it's got 10 days to rot. So I mean, I could cook up some eggs to eat as we did our long study session, but we're going to be here probably a week or so of game time, just plowing through books, maybe even longer. So it's going to put a serious dent in the supply here. So let's take a look at our map. So we have forest not too far away. I mean, I could run down to the forest here, set up a charcoal kiln real quick, then just chop down some trees, toss them into the kilns, light it up. 6 hours later, we'd have a bunch of charcoal. And then before I left, I would fill it up again so that it's got a bunch of charcoal waiting for me if I need to go back, and I wouldn't have to wait the next time. Wouldn't be a bad idea, but we could also use it in the RV, have a nice supply of charcoal. The kiln itself is pretty easy to put together. You just light a building on fire, let it burn down, go collect all the rocks, and it's simple to put a charcoal kiln together after that. Just really worried about the amount of food I'm going to pile through when I try to do this study session. Got a pretty good amount of oatmeal as well. Let's just go with what... Okay, let's do this. Let's do 2 things. Let's first get the charcoal kiln set up and fired up. I think that would be a good plan. We'll do that. We'll come back. We'll do some reading for a while, get some studying done, head back down, swap out the charcoal, and we'll keep doing that until we look like we're getting a little low on food, and then we will make another spider basement run, but this time we'll bring back all the meat from the spiders and get that preserved as well as the eggs. And we'll have the smoker available to preserve the meat and do a few other things. So I think that is the best plan. So what are we going to need? Well, we're going to need a bunch of rocks. So let's search for... Oops. Cancel that. Go to all. Find rocks. I haven't brought back any rocks. Alright. Okay, so we have no rocks available. So the simple solution, like I said, is to set a building on fire and then just stick around in the area while it burns to the ground. And then you grab all the rocks out of the rubble. And that makes a really easy source of both rocks and nails if you have to do any building with nails. So I would love to set fire to this police station, but I don't know if that'll burn so well. I think this house right here is good. It's right next to a subway, so that's just a couple of raw stone wall, really, so that can't catch on fire, so it's not likely to spread. So we're going to go set this house on fire, let it burn to the ground. Maybe we'll go up and collect some spiders. No, I can't go underground because then time won't pass here. Well, we'll figure it out. But let's grab the cart and inventory. We've got our spear, our knives, our toolbox. We've got a lighter. While we're doing or looking for things, let's make sure I also have... This is the tool pile. Find an axe. So we've got a fire axe and a wood axe. Fire axe is 2 tree cutting, wood axe is 3. So we'll grab the wood axe to chop the trees down. And we'll also grab the wood saw. That's for cutting wood objects. That will take care of getting the wood available from the forest once we're over there. Now let's make sure we know what we're going to need for the charcoal kiln. So find kiln. Alright, so 40 rocks. Pretty straightforward. Oh, we need Fab 3. God dang it. Alright, well, we're going to have to do a book reading to get Fab 3. And at a minimum before we take off. So that's fine. That won't take long. And we've got plenty of materials for that part of the process. So we've got the tools that we're going to need. So it's set fire to the building, let it burn down, grab the rocks and the nails, run over there, build the kiln, chop the trees down, feed the kiln, come back, do some reading, and then when we want to do food prep, we'll run back over. Okay, so let's get some reading done. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. We might get what we need done. What's our fab now? Fabrication 2 at 27%. So we only need a 3/4 of 1 level. So let's read fab to 3 plus 1 fun 12 minutes versus that's our only fab to 3 book. Alright, so we don't have a choice. Read until we gain a level. Your muscles, oh crap, we got sick. Something's going on because your muscles feel like they're knotted and tired. This is probably have to do with the raw meat that we ate. Ouch, something hurts. Stop reading. No. Your body aches. Stop reading. No. No. God damn it. Finish it. Alright, we got Fab 3. What's our status? Yeah, we better check our medicine pile. I gotta try to remember what might help with this. I don't want to take the flu shot. Anti-parasitic. I think that's what I need. I think I got parasites likely from the raw meat that we ate. So let's take one of those. Antifungal. I'm going to take an antibiotic just in case as well. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to eat the anti-parasitic. There we go. The pain in your joints goes away. So I think that will take care of it. So we'll just keep a hold of the antibiotics for now. Okay, warning boys and girls, don't eat raw meat. If you do, have some anti-parasitic medicine available. Because you're not going to get a message here. There are certain illnesses and effects and stuff and such that will start to hurt you, but they won't give you an obvious name for it in your effects or anywhere else. So you just kind of go by what kind of symptoms you're seeing and think back through what might have happened recently and figure out the way to deal with it. But raw meat, not feeling good, antiparasitic. Okay. Back to what we were doing. So we got that up. So we've got the fab to build the kiln now. Nothing else I need skill-wise before we get that done, and I'd like to get that done before we do anything else. So, off we go to set fire to a house. And we've got a horde indicator up here. I'm going to move up that way and kill that, whatever it is, first, and then we will work our way back down. Whoa. Looked like they all just ran north, and it looked like more than one. Kind of weird the way that looked. Yeah, the indicator's gone. Alright, well, that's fine. Zombie child coming towards me. That's okay. I don't mind. You can follow me all the way down if you'd like. I'm going to set fire to this place, and you can jump into the fire. Reset. Grab the string. Let's grab the sheets while we're here, because we're going to be crafting some clothing, and we're going to tear those apart for the rags. Might as well grab all of this stuff since we're here. I should probably strip this place before I set it on fire, I guess. So let's take care of this so I don't forget. Don't care. Let's go inside. Grab anything we might need before we burn this place down. Don't care. Smash that up and we'll grab the sheet metal. Grab all of this stuff actually, it's fairly valuable. Probably don't need anything from that, but just in case. Okay, don't need to worry about any of that. Just a hammer. I'll actually grab that. It can be used for crafting things that we might want to have. Don't remember what was down here. Some things I'm grabbing just because they might be useful for building other things. Okay, don't care much about the rest of this. Do I have a backpack down here? Yeah, I do. Wear that. Let's do one more trip down. Let's activate the Halligan tool. Oops, ran out of space already. Or not. Apparently I just didn't do the command right. Okay, I think that'll be enough. Put the tool away. Okay, kitchen, don't care. Don't care. Whoops. Yes, I do care very much. Glad we came over and looked. This is going to be important for crafting later. Okay, probably just leave the Halligan bar out for now. Fill it up already? No. Okay, how come it didn't pick that up? Not sure. Don't care. Oops, actually. Wow, that's a tough computer. One circuit board. Alright, be that way. And that's it. Okay, house is now ready to burn. Let's... I guess it doesn't matter if I leave you outside. We'll start from the back. Fly... lighter. Fly... That should probably be enough, but I think that'll do it. Okay, this might attract some attention. Let's have something to eat and drink while we watch it burn. Have a fruit pie, have some scrambled eggs. Ooh, I didn't bring anything to drink. We'll have to run back. We're not going too far. We might still be out of the reality bubble range, but that's alright. Gonna have to do it. Okay, from there to the cart. Let's grab... Let's let go of the cart, actually. Fill container. I don't have a canteen or anything with me, really? Find canteen? Nope. Apparently I haven't found a canteen on this guy yet. Okay, so don't have that as an option. Then find me a gallon jug that I can refill. Alright, give me a gallon jug and fill, pour into a container, gallon jug. Okay, slaked. Alright, full and slaked. We've got water with us. I've got some meat pies and some cookies and jerky. That's good enough for now. We won't be gone that long. Oops, let's head back over to our fire, see how it's doing. Just southwest of us. What is that? Blueberry bush. Sure. Grab some blueberries. Okay, we can see the fire from a ways away, but we're going to get a little closer. We've got to be a little careful how close we get. The heat from the fire actually radiates out quite a ways. We're just going to let it burn. So let's let some time pass. Let's make sure safe mode is on, then let some time pass. Ignore. Okay. Not quite finished yet. There. Pretty much out now. So, now we've got all of this lovely rubble. I forgot to bring a shovel. Let's grab the nails and turn on the auto pickup for nails, so it'll just grab them as I walk around. And you can see these piles that don't have the big rubble, they've got both nails and rocks. So I'm just going to walk around grabbing all of these around the outside edge until I have enough. I'm not worried about grabbing enough for a bunch of things. We'll come back later and do some more. So let's go ahead and set rocks on this auto pickup as well. Now I can just walk around and it'll grab them all. I'll have to shift them into my inventory every once in a while, or into the cart every once in a while when I get full. But you can see this is a pretty quick way of getting a bunch of rocks. And a bunch of nails, which is useful in its own. Okay, how many do we get? 36. We need 4 more. 4 more rocks, and we got 255 nails so far. Let's go ahead and drop these into the backs, and then I'll just grab what I need from the interior section here. Oops. Okay, that's enough rocks now. Okay, we got what we need there, and I think I'm going to call the episode to a close here. Running a little bit long, and next episode we'll just run down to the forest, get the kiln set up, chop down some trees to throw into the kiln and get the fire going. Then we're going to come back to the base and do a whole bunch of reading. So I'll try to pile through it as fast as possible. It's not terribly exciting to watch, but I want to at least get a little bit of it on camera, and we'll see how quickly we move through it. As long as we've got a steady food supply, water supply, and we don't get constantly attacked or interrupted, we should be able to blow through the reading portion pretty quickly. Mainly the other concern is light. So do we have light sources we can use at night? And my concern there is with wander spawns on. If I'm reading at night, sitting in the driver's seat of the vehicle, for example, with the dome light on, zombies can see that from quite a ways off and come straight at us, so we might get interrupted a bit. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But that's the plan. So hope you liked the episode and the series. Do please let me know by hitting the like, comment, and subscribe options to help me find out what you think and how the channel's doing. It improves the channel metrics, and it's a really good way of showing your support. So please do remember to do that, and I hope to see you in the next apocalyptic episode. Have a great day. Bye-bye.